It's otaku time!
Hey. Wonder Egg Priority. Now, this is an anime that aired last season that I think needs more attention. So, this anime is kind of on the weirder side, but it's still, it's really, really nice. Okay. So, this show has movie quality level animation. It's super clean, super nice animation. It's very pretty.
Okay.
And so one of the downsides of that is that the animators had to work really hard for this. And so they were working so hard that the animation producer was hospitalized twice during the production of the show.
Jesus.
God damn, dude.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Wow. Wait, hospitalized for what?
Overwork,
Exhaustion,
completely
unrelated.
Because if he was hospitalized for a broken ankle,
he was
I don't
in a
think that has
car.
anything
He was
to
in a
do
car
with-
accident.
Yeah. Jesus, that's insane.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, but it's very pretty.
Worth it.
So it looks really cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of on the darker / depressing sides because of the story elements to it, but it also has an uplifting side to it as well.
Okay.
So it also has a hint of Persona 5 vibes to it.
Ooh.
With the way the story is.
Okay.
So it's basically the main character. Her name is Ai. She's a high school girl with heterochromia, so she has 2 different colored eyes.
Dope.
And
Oh,
so
David
she would get bullied at school for that, and so she didn't really have any friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day she gets a friend who's new to the school and becomes her friend. And then eventually stuff happens and her friend commits suicide at school by jumping out of the window.
Oh.
And yeah.
Persona 5. Got it.
Not just that part. And so she becomes super depressed and doesn't go to school anymore. And then one day she finds this bug flying around that starts talking to her. And so she follows that bug to a place where there's a little vending machine full of eggs. And she gets one of the eggs for free. And then she's just walking around with it and brings it home and tries to crack it and stuff. It doesn't crack. And then she goes to sleep and she goes to this dreamlike world where it's basically her school, but it's kind of off.
Mm-hmm.
And so she starts getting chased by these monsters and she goes to the bathroom, and then the toilet paper forms a mouth with the toilet paper, and it starts talking to her, telling her to break the egg. So she throws the egg at the wall, it cracks, it lands on the floor, it starts growing in size, and then it pops, and out comes
A cat?
a girl.
Oh, okay.
A cat girl?
I wish. But it's a high school girl, and what's happened is this girl has committed suicide, but she's in Ai's dream world because Ai needs to help her overcome her oppressors and those who put the suicidal thoughts inside her mind and stuff like that. So the person that is the main cause of the suicide becomes a morphed version of that person, kind of how it is in Persona.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And so she has to defeat that person, and then girl that was in the egg gets released from the world. If I helps enough of these girls by getting the eggs and helping those people in the eggs enough, then she's told that her friend will come back to life.
Okay.
So yeah, and then
So that's kind of neat.
yeah, and then there's these 3 other girls who also get the eggs, and then she becomes friends with them, and then they all become a little happy group together,
Okay.
going into their own dream world type things and freeing the souls of these girls.
So it's these guys, these girls are purgatory helpers.
They're dream warriors.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds so much cooler than purgatory helpers. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
kind of dope.
and,
That's-
all these girls have their own little quirks and their own backstory, and it's interesting dynamics because one of them is a former junior idol where she was super popular, and the person that she's trying to revive was like one of her fans, brought her gifts and stuff all the time. She was overweight, and then Rika, who's the idol, said like, "Oh, I don't want like a fat fan like you," and then like she never came back, and like she went to her funeral and she was like completely shriveled and starved herself to death and stuff like that.
Shit.
So
Damn.
it gets pretty dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Dark as fuck.
that's quite a fucking turn, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like their interactions with each other is like really fun, and then it's a really nice show.
And this is the one that's like super well animated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of like action?
Yeah, like
Okay.
when they're in the dream worlds, they're
Okay,
they're
Hey.
fighting like little monsters and
that's
the
cool.
boss.
It's the metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was like more like a realistic type of like investigation-y almost, or if there's like they're
If it was like
physically throwing hands with
Yeah.
demons.
Yeah.
yeah. Go catch these hands.
That sounds cool, man.
Yeah, that's tight.
It has 12 episodes so far, but a 13th episode is coming out in June. And my only problem with the show is that there were 12 episodes that were aired, but one of the episodes was a recap episode.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So it's not really an episode. It's
Yeah, it's just going over like what happened so far in the show. But it's like,
I hate those episodes.
yeah,
It's like I'm okay with like a little bit of a flashback and a little bit of like, hey, do you remember this? But like when you dedicate a whole entire episode to everything that happened, and like it's only 12 episodes,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like no, go fuck yourself.
and then you're just gonna make a 13th episode anyway.
Right,
That's gonna
exact-
come out in a few months.
Yeah, you could have not had that recap episode and only
Just
had 12
did
episodes.
12
Yeah.
actual episodes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that's not the worst thing to have, right?
Hey, listen. The producer went to the hospital twice. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they had the recap.
That's why they had the
episode.
recap. Like, if we don't do this, we're gonna die.
Yeah. Like shit, we don't have anybody to tell us what to write next. Just write what we already did.
Can we just clip a bunch of like animations we already did?
Yeah.
Sick.
Just put some voiceover over that. You're good.
Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah, that's Wonder Egg Priority. You should
Okay.
go check it out if you haven't already.
What's that on?
It's on Funimation.
Okay.
Yeah, streaming exclusively on that. So
You should be watching.
let us know if you've already seen it. What are your thoughts? Like, comment, and subscribe, please. Very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Please and thank you.
Please, please.
All right,
Yep.
we'll see you in the next video.
Okay. Bye.